say this, what would a reasonable response to this virus have been? Like, what should the government have done?
Oh, that is so easy to answer. That is so easy. It's exactly what we talked about. What can people do to protect themselves? And I didn't really finish answering the question because it's so easy for me to go on tangents on this. So you have to build up I talked about vegetables, and then we just tangented from there. So you want to build up they should have encouraged strategies to improve the person's immune system. What are those strategies? Improve your metabolic flexibility. Eliminate all vegetables, all processed foods. Optimize your vitamin D levels. And we had specific discussions on this because that's a huge issue for your autoimmune disease. So you have to have a healthy vitamin D level. If you live in Canada, there's almost no one. It's impossible to have a healthy vitamin D level in Canada unless you're supplementing because you're just too far north.
With home mandates, stay-at-home mandates?
Oh, yeah. You're just not going to have it. So you have to take a supplement, and you have to measure your blood. So what is the number? The number that you're looking for, if this is your U.S. audience, then it's 60 to 80 nanograms per ml. That's the index, their unit that they're using. In Canada or in Europe, they use a different unit. It's nanomoles per liter, and that's 100 to 150 nanomoles per liter. Just completely cross out the normal reference range because it's absolutely irrelevant. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. They're using ancient studies that don't mean diddly squat. If you want to optimize your immune function, it's 60 to 80 nanograms per ml or 100 to 150 nanomoles per liter. That's what you shoot for. That's what you got to get. Typically, the average adult takes about 8,000 units a day to get to that level, assuming you have no exposure to sunshine. Now, you don't have to take vitamin D. I haven't taken vitamin D in 12 years, and my level is 60 to 70 nanograms. So, but you're getting confused because you were telling me your level was 55, and then I said, you live in Canada, so they're using nanomoles, and that's like less than 20, which is like close to 20. It was like you were seriously deficient in vitamin D. So, and you're
hopefully
smart.
I'm less deficient now.
Yeah. Well, you're heading there. That's for you. For all of us, it's so important, but for anyone with an autoimmune disease, it's just one of the most important therapeutic interventions you can have. And it's like almost free. It's free for me. I've been taking it for 10 years. I just get it from the regular sun. That's it. So it's we're designed to get it. Not everyone can do that. I understand that most of us don't live in the subtropics and have the freedom to go out into the sunshine every day with not much clothes on. So if you don't do that, you're not going to get it from the sun. So the other thing.
So you really have to go outside in a bathing suit to get it from the sun properly?
Yes. Yeah, that would be I like that description. I never said that. I usually use longer, more complex terminology, but I like it because essentially that's what I do. We recommend people do. Like in a woman, it's a sports bra or a bathing suit. That's exactly what you need, and it's got to be during solar noon. Like in daylight savings times, that would be 1 o'clock. In non-daylight savings times, it's 12 o'clock. So, so doing that. And then if you do get infected, the most important strategy, I would go to my site, Mercola.com, MERCOLA.com, and type in nebulized hydrogen peroxide. I've done many interviews on it and created a specific interview that gives you detailed instructions on how to implement this because it uses a nebulizer. You have to devil's in the details. So you have to get a good nebulizer because most of them are bad and they're inexpensive and they don't work. You get it's only $60 or $80. It's probably the best $100 investment you can make because it will last for years. And at the moment you get sick, you just use a very small concentration because normally the peroxide in your drugstore is like 3%. This you would use as 0.1%, so it's like 30 times diluted. And you dilute it with normal saline, which is a saltwater solution, and all the instructions on how to do it are in there. And if you do that, you do like every hour while you're sick, it's like incredibly effective. It's like well over 90%, maybe beyond 95% effective. I mean, it's the craziest strategy, and after you've made the investment for the nebulizer, the peroxide is free. I mean, the dose that you're going to use is less than a penny. It's like less than a tenth of a penny. That's how much peroxide you're using. So, and anyone can use it. And you just inhale it and breathe it in for a few minutes, and almost everyone, the cough disappears, the fever gets better, the feeling that they're going to die just is gone. I mean, so many of the friends and relatives I know have used this, and it's exactly the experience they get. And David Bronstein is oh yeah, everyone should have this. There's probably a justification to use it at least once or twice a week to improve your microbiome, independent of that. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a video, if you're going to article that goes with it, but if you could put the links to the video or to describe that would help a lot of people out and they can see.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because I go through 15 or 20 minutes to explain the reason why peroxide works and justification for it, and more importantly, walk you through how to create the solution. Because you got to have it in your home. If you don't have it in your home, it's not going to work. But there's a benefit to even doing it twice a week, even if you don't have COVID or a flu or anything. But boy, if you've got a flu, the moment you have a sniffle or sneeze or a cough, boom, you do this, and literally once or twice, and it's gone. It is gone. It's crazy, and there's virtually no side effects if you do it properly. Very low concentration. There's no side effects. It's almost free. And it works. I mean, what better prescription? Because if they had a magic drug that you take this pill and you're better, well, they'd have to make it, and almost every pharmaceutical has side effects, and there's a cost to it. They couldn't make it fast enough. They'd have to create hundreds of millions of doses. But all you need is a nebulizer. All you need is a nebulizer and peroxide, which is there's more than enough peroxide to treat the entire population of the world. So it's an effective intervention. It works. So those are the strategies, because all this is answering your initial question, which I thought was brilliant, is what can the average person do? What should the government have done to do? And this is the same thing. The government should have encouraged these structures and interventions, because that would have reduced the death rate from COVID. 50% is brain dead. I was probably somewhere between 70 to 90%. 70 to 90%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Mercola, I'm out of time.
Okay.